Hi everyone, it's great to see you. It is a beautiful day out here and I've been wandering around the garden. I realized that I have a little pruning to do, and this pruning is going to be on my Macrophylla hydrangea. So I know I'm going to get lots of comments, never prune your Macrophylla hydrangea, and overall that is very true. This is called regenerative pruning, and it is just taking out both the spent blossoms, and you can see this bush has a lot, and any broken or dead canes that you can easily identify. So a cane is one of these, they look like sticks right now, parts of the hydrangea that come up from its base. And the interesting thing with a Macrophylla hydrangea is these canes only live 3 to 5 years each. So you constantly have to be taking out the dead canes as new ones come up to allow for that airflow and just for your bush to look nice there. So I am going to take a look at this one. This is an older hydrangea. It was on the property when we moved in. I am not going to do regenerative pruning for most of my other hydrangea because they're under 3 years old. So we don't have these canes dying off yet. It is just for your real established Macrophylla that you might need to do this. Let me show you what that's going to look like. So I'm going to start by taking off the spent blossoms here. Now when you're deadheading the mop heads, it's pretty safe to go back to your second set of buds here. Your first set of buds are usually a blind set, meaning that they're not going to put out blossoms. So I cut right above where we have that second set coming in. Now, if you can't really tell, then just cut right underneath here and that's fine. You could do that. You might end up with a little sort of sticking out that you'll have to trim later. So I'm going to go back. Here's one set and then here's my second. And I'm going to do that for the entire bush here. This is also a time, if you have branches that have been obviously broken as you're doing this, you want to clip where they're broken or a little further back. Okay, so I've taken off the spent blossoms and there were a lot that had really broken, probably from the weight of the blossom since I left it to overwinter. I'm thinking that that's a sign for me next year to make sure I deadhead those before winter so that doesn't happen as much. Now I take a look at my hydrangea and I want to see if there are any crisscrossing stems here, canes, that might either damage the cane because they're going to rub against each other or inhibit the airflow, and if there's anything really, really dead. So you're going to get kind of used to seeing how a dead cane looks different than one that is alive. And I'm going to show you this one way in here. So this particular cane, I can look down and see that it is hollow. It is peeling along the cane here quite a lot. It's definitely an older cane, and I can tell that this one's really dead. So if you can really tell that it's dead, then you're going to get down as far as you can to the base to clip it off. This is where eye protection is a very, very good idea. Be careful as you do this or get some longer snips than I have. And you're going to take that cane out right from the base. And this is definitely one that needed to be removed. It has lived its life cycle. I also have some canes that look like this. So I'm going to take a look at this mess of canes right here. I have this old looking cane that's really peeling, and I can tell it's hollow at the top. It does not look like it's alive on the top part. I have this younger cane that already has some buds on it. This is attached to this older cane here. So as I separate this out, I don't like how they're crisscrossing there. I can tell that this is a dead cane to be removed. Now, if I go back a bit, it's only dead to about here, and that's where I'm going to cut. Okay. And there, that is definitely in need of being removed. And now it's eliminated that crisscrossing factor. And this cane here will have the space to bloom beautifully. As I look over the rest of this, I do see a few other branches that I'm positive, need to be removed. One is this cane here. Very peely, very dry, very dead. So I'm gonna go all the way down to the bottom. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, gosh, they all look kind of dead to me, then you don't have to do this regenerative pruning right now. You can wait until end of May. By then, everything has really leafed out, and you'll just have some dead sticks in there. And you'll know, yes, I really need to remove that then. I'm looking at this one. We have some broken branches in here I'm gonna take out. It's hard for me to tell. This is like, it might be alive. There are some buds on that part. I'm going to leave it. If you are not positive, it's worth waiting the month and a half and then remove it once you really are sure that it is in need of pruning. I have some little tiny twiggy ones in here, and some of those I'm going to take back just because they're crisscrossing each other so much. That looks much better to me. Now notice that this is not time to shape your hydrangea. With Macrophylla, you can't really shape them. They're going to grow as big as they want to grow in the shape that they want to grow. This is just the regenerative piece to take out those canes that have now died and to make sure that the branches that are here are well situated. And I see another couple that are crossed over here, so I'm going to take those out. But basically, you don't want to take too much out. This is just tidying up a bit. So everybody who is thinking don't prune your Macrophylla, yes, you are right. Overall, you really don't prune your Macrophylla. So we're going to close out this video facing this direction because I want you to see how beautiful those window boxes look behind me. The lemon cypress just are amazing. I'm so happy with that decision for this spring. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.